No, yeah, is it okay if I just have it here? Yeah. This is where they're gonna talk.
Hello and welcome to Opportunity Home San Antonio's regular board meeting. Note that this meeting will be recorded in its entirety. I will now conduct roll call. Chair Gabriel Lopez.
Here.
Vice Chair Gilbert Casillas.
Here.
Barbara Unkama Burford.
Here.
Dalia Contreras.
Here.
Estrellita Garcia Diaz.
Here.
Janet Garcia. Leila Powell.
Here.
Doug Ponick, Board of Commissioners Attorney.
I'm here.
Acting President and CEO Michael Reyes.
Here.
We also have an interpreter available at the back of the room should you need their support. You may now call the meeting to order. The time is 1:03 p.m.
Thank you. The Board of Commissioners or its committee may hold a closed meeting pursuant to Texas Government Code 551.071-076 for consultation concerning attorney-client matters, real estate, litigation, personnel, and security matters. The board or committee reserves the right to enter into closed meeting at any time during the course of the meeting. Do we have any citizens to be heard?
We have one citizen signed up to speak.
Okay.
Angelina Baines.
Hello, my name is Angelina Baines, and I'm here to speak about the loss of my housing choice voucher. I applied in 2021. I am a victim of 2 natural disasters and domestic violence. First, I just want to say publicly that I was very saddened to see the things that were said about your organization in the news and in private media and also on the public media station. I feel that your organization has been treated unfairly, and I will do some things just to let the organizations that did that work know that it seemed unfair to me as a citizen. I came today just to let you know that I had been seeking housing for years. And how I got to your organization was because there were more than 5 organizations that failed to house me due to poor case management, submitting multiple applications to one organization, and then having horrible case management among 4 to 5 organizations. And when I got to you, I was able to get signed up, and even though I had to wait for years, you got everything right the first time. And the only reason why I missed my housing choice voucher from you was because the last organization that I worked with on last year failed to get me emergency housing after my abuser found me. So what I'd like to ask you to do is to please become more competitive for the city, state, municipality, and federal dollars and start competing more with the other nonprofit organizations that get more money than you because you get it right the first time. I also have a list of organizations where you can get hooked up with private donors that would help you as well. www.donorschoose.org, www.charitynavigator.org, www.findhelp.org, and https://blog.groupraise group GROUPRAISE.com. So thank you so much, and I will try to get signed up again and wait a few more years.
Thank you, Ms. Baines.
That concludes the citizens signed up to speak.
With that, I will move to, we have minutes that need approval. Approval of the August 7th, 2024 regular board meeting minutes, approval of the August 20th, 2024 Finance Committee meeting minutes, and the August 20th, 2024 Operations and Real Estate Committee meeting minutes. I'll call for motion.
I motion we approve these minutes.
We have a first.
A second.
We have a first and a second. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Any opposed? Minutes are approved. We also have consent items 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9. With no questions with regards to consent items, I will accept a motion to approve consent items.
So moved.
We have a first and a second at the same time?
I'll second.
Okay, we have a first and a second. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Any opposed? Okay, the consent items are approved. Before we move to the individual item, I wanted to take a minute real quick on behalf of the board. One, I know that we have stressed some importance with regards to the 5 priorities. Those are still important and very much the filter of which we look at things. However, this board felt that those items were not being addressed previously in a manner that we thought that was flowing for the business, for the organization rather. We feel now they are being addressed. So Michael, for you and your team, we appreciate it. I know ELT, this is not the easiest thing to handle, but we now certainly feel that the light's being shown on that, and please download that to your teams. It's important to us that they're not lost. They're certainly not forgotten. Arrears are important, but we know we have to do that compassionately, and we felt that y'all are giving it its care. So I at least wanted to thank you for that. Keep that on, but it's not necessary. It may not be items that we ask for every board meeting moving forward. And when we do, we will coordinate that through your office, Michael. So I didn't know if any other commissioner wanted to say anything with regards to the 5 priorities.
Yeah, I would just like to add, and thank you, Mr. Chair, for explaining the rationale behind the items, and that we really do feel that they're being addressed, or I feel that they're being addressed. And I also want to emphasize that I don't think anyone up here wants to be involved in management. We all want to be involved in governance. So we appreciate the work that you do to make that possible for us.
Yeah, and relay our appreciation to your partner, or our partners, I guess, with the city. Certainly, all the other organizations within the city that have helped us through this time. So, No other words. We'll go to the individual item 10, consideration and approval regarding Resolution 6565, authorizing the sale by Opportunity Home of a vacant lot located at 719 Runels Avenue at a purchase price of $50,000. And all the other matters, Miranda Casso.
Hi, good morning. Afternoon. I'm not sure if it's morning or afternoon today.
Yeah, afternoon.
Yes, so I'm here to speak to you regarding the vacant lot. So this is one of the 4 lots that I previously had brought to the board for permission to list. So those lots have been listed, and this is the second of 4 that we have a contract on. So this lot was originally acquired as part of the Wheatley Choice Neighborhood Implementation Grant, the CNI grant, as part of that master plan back in 2014 to redevelop the neighborhood. This lot is not being used for any of those developments. If you see, this lot is in the middle of these 2 homes, and it would be problematic for us to develop on that lot. It's not zoned for anything other than single family. So this is where the property map is. And then so we had listed this lot in April 17th of 2024. At that time, the broker believed it was worth $99,000. We did a price reduction May 22nd of $5,500. And then we still had not gotten any offers on any of the 4 lots. So we went with a revised comparative broker's opinion. And at that time, it was determined based on market factors that the lot was likely worth $59,000. So we do have an offer for $50,000. I'll go back to this picture. So the owner of the greenhouse is going to be purchasing the lot. And so they're going to turn this into essentially a family compound. The White House, I don't know exactly how it's connected, but they're related entities. And so they're looking to purchase the middle lot to make it the best for them. And I'm really excited about this because it's someone living in the neighborhood who's already a resident. So
I have a quick question. I realize it may not obtain in this situation, but do we have restrictions if land is acquired for a specific project? Do we have restrictions on how we can resell, and are we required to resell or to dispose of the lot through a market transaction? Are we allowed to, for example, I'm not suggesting that we do this, just for an inquiry, are we allowed to donate or make land available to other affordable housing developers, or does HUD regulate how we can dispose of the property?
So as far as these lots, that we're regulated in that we have to pay back if it was used as federal funds. So we would have to pay those funds back. Speaking specifically, I would have to check the deed on this. I don't know if we can or if we are required to turn the lot back over to maybe like a charitable organization of some kind for hire and best use. With this particular lot, none of those things probably would work as well as maybe the lot on Cesar Chavez that we saw last month. But I can check and get back with you.
Are there any other questions with regards to the item? With none, I'll call for a motion to approve sale of the lot as Resolution 6565.
So move.
We have a first, we have a second?
Second.
We have a first and a second. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Item carries.
Thank you.
Sure. Before we go into the President's report, Commissioners, in our consent items, there was the code of conduct that we discussed during committee last meeting. Since it was approved, we will need everybody's signature before we leave. And Michael will pass it down to us. Commissioner Garcia, who wasn't able to meet us today, will get it signed. Michael, y'all can take care of that. Thanks over there.
And thank you, Chairman and staff, for bringing that forward and making sure that we have that in place.
Good. Okay, President's report.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. We've had several events the last few weeks. We've been celebrating our residents. We had several ceremonies. One was with the Connect Home program. The other one was Jobs Plus, and then also the FSS program. So celebrating lots of resident achievements. We also hosted a scholarship ceremony. Our Community Development Initiatives Department hosted 33 graduates who received scholarships. So lots of celebrations the last few weeks. In addition, we were getting ready for back to school. We had resource fairs, back to school resource fairs with SAISD, and as well as our own back to school events. We hosted 50 back to school events in the last few weeks. So very much lots of community engagement, lots of resident engagement the last few weeks. Our staff has been very busy and they've done a great job connecting with our residents and making sure that our kiddos are ready for school this academic school year. In addition, coming up, we have a few major events happening. One is the Decoding San Antonio's Looming Housing Crisis, which is next week on September 11th. I was fortunate enough to be invited by the San Antonio Report. I'll be joining Mayor Nirenberg and Dr. Drennan of Trinity University and Nikki Johnson, our Housing Commissioner, to have a really robust discussion next week. And of course, everyone here is invited to participate. On September 28th, we're hosting a community-wide Hispanic Heritage event here in our Opportunity Home Park, right behind our central office from 10 a.m. to 1 o'clock. We're inviting all of our residents, our neighbors here in the King William District, and everyone in the public is invited to join us. And then on September 14th, we're participating as a delegation in the 16 de Septiembre parade. That's an Opportunity Home delegation, so all the board members and all of our community employees, residents are all invited to participate in that Opportunity Home delegation. And then finally, on October 1st, San Antonio Neighbors Together, this organization's hosting or participating in 56 events throughout our city. We'll be sure to send that list of events to all of you to participate. It's a great chance to meet with our residents, meet with our staff out in our field. So we'll have events across the city that evening at various times, I believe between 6 and 8 p.m., and we'll send that list to you. So we invite you all to participate. It really is a great chance to be out and about in our communities. And with that, Mr. Chair, that concludes my President's report.
Great, okay, thank you. Guess we can adjourn this meeting. Unless if there's anything specific that y'all wanted to take into closed session? Anything? Okay, then I'll take a motion to adjourn the regular board meeting.
I move to adjourn the regular board meeting.
Okay, we have a motion to adjourn the meeting. We have a second.
Second.
We have a second. All in favor? Aye. Aye. Any opposed? Regular board meeting is adjourned. The time is 1:19. We will open the Las Fadas Public Facility Corporation meeting. We don't need, do we need to do roll call? No. Okay. We will open up that one. The Board of Directors or its committee may hold a closed meeting pursuant to Texas Government Code 551.071-076 for consultation concerning attorney-client matters, real estate, litigation, personnel, and security matters. The board or committee reserves the right to enter into closed meeting at any time during the course of the meeting. Do we have any citizens to be heard for this one?
There are no citizens signed up to speak.
Okay. We have minutes to approve from the June 12th Las Fadas Public Facility Corporation meeting minutes. Can I get a motion to approve those minutes?
Motion. Second.
We have a first and a second to approve those. All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Minutes are approved. We have two consent items, items number 4 and items number 5. Number 4 with the Lewis Papoon Development Consulting Corporation with regards to the Bristol at the Reserve Apartments Phase 1 project. And then item number 2 is the Papoon Development Consulting with Bristol Preserve Apartments Phase 2 of that project. With no questions or comments with regards to the consent items, I'll take a motion to approve those.
So moved.
We have a first, we have a second.
Second.
We have a first and a second. All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? All righty. We'll adjourn the Las Fadas with a motion.
Motion, we adjourn.
We have a motion to adjourn. We have a
Second.
second. We have a second. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. We'll move to the San Antonio Housing Facility Corporation meeting. We are all still here. I will call it to order. Board of Directors or its committee may hold a closed meeting pursuant to Texas Government Code 551.071-076 for consultation concerning attorney-client matters, real estate litigation, personnel, and security matters. The Board of Committee reserves the right to enter into closed meeting at any time during the course of the meeting. Are there any citizens to be heard?
There are no citizens signed up to speak.
Okay, we have minutes from June 12th for the San Antonio Housing Facility Corporation minutes to get approved.
So move.
We have a first, we have a second.
Second.
We have a first and a second. All in favor? Aye. Any opposed? We have two consent items. The first resolution is in regards to the Converse Ranch 2 Apartments promissory note with Frost Bank. We are switching the lien. I think y'all remember this conversation. We have that consent item, and we also have the inducing the La Matana Apartments in partnership with the affiliate Marcus Equity that we heard about. So we have a first and a second, or a first rather, for the consent items.
So moved.
Do we have a second? We have a first and a second. All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Consent items. I'll take a motion to adjourn that meeting.
So move.
Have a second? Second. All in favor?
Aye.
Meeting adjourned.
Can I make a quick comment, Chair? I know,
Sorry. Go ahead.
I know sometimes people may be watching and thinking, how could they possibly go through all those stacks of paper so quickly?
Good.
But I did just want to clarify for anyone who's watching that this is not the first time we've seen these transactions or seen this information. And so we do have a process where the board gets briefed, and then when we come back, it seems like we're taking it very quickly, but.
Right. And as a follow-up, correct. For those that are following us online, these are vetted extensively by staff and then questioned by the board every third Wednesday. Is that correct? Correct. During our committee meetings. And the public are welcome to attend those, as well as our regular board meeting, which typically happens on the first Wednesdays as schedule permits. But it is certainly public. Our notifications are made public if there's any changes to the meetings, and people are welcome to attend. So, any other items?
Mr. Chairman, I failed to acknowledge our newest staff members. I'd like to introduce to you formally our new Executive Vice President of Development and General Counsel, Tim Alcott, who's returning to the organization.
Yay, Tim, welcome back.
And also Lorraine Robles, who's our new Chief Real Estate and Development Officer. She's now on the executive team. So we're looking forward to their leadership in this space.
Well, welcome back.
Welcome home.
Anything else? We good? Counselor, we're good? All righty, meetings are adjourned. Thank you, Seth.
Sorry. Congratulations, Domingo.
Oh, that's right, Domingo.
Yeah.
Nice job.
Yes. Congratulations. Great work.
I saw the post. Oh, I forgot about that.